I don't believe in coincidence. Nigel hit me up. Uh, he's a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I just happened to be in Spain, and it's a I don't know, a couple hour drive ish. And I'm like, yeah, I used to eat sardines on the beaches real close to your border.
Well, you're going to be coming over as part of the FilmCast presents an evening with Jesu Garcia, and we're promoting you as the star, one of the stars of A Nightmare on Elm Street, and that has become such an iconic film, particularly for horror buffs, for film buffs in general. Can you give us an idea? Because you're going to be talking about this when you come over on the 3rd of August. But can you give us an idea in this interview about your experiences on that film and the legacy that film has?
The legacy has like overshadowed me in some ways, and it's overtaken like where it's at for me. But I know that I see Amanda, who's my other co-star. We know what's going on with Johnny Depp. He's all over the place. And Heather, Amanda, and Robert England, they're everywhere promoting this. It's almost 40 years, I believe. I don't know the stats. They're in a lot of festivals most of the time. Wes Craven really tapped into the unconscious, where dreams may come, Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Wes was genius that way. He copied all the fears that we have and all the, running away from someone and we can't get out, or getting killed in a dream, but you don't see yourself die, but then you wake up. All that stuff is in our psyche.
What was the process of filming a film like that?
Well, in retrospect, it's a classic movie. At the moment, I had no idea. I was very, very needy. I wanted a director moment with Wes Craven. So the death scene was like my moment with him. So my one-on-one was like, there was no CGI. Then there was no green screen. They're using fishing wire that they would put in the towel. They would wrap my sheet towel, the bed sheet, and then put it around me in my neck. And there was no, they needed to make it look like he was, Freddie was doing his invisible hands to choke me. What they did is they already created the knot and then reversed, they shot it forward and then reversed the clip, and opening my eyes, like had to, do it backwards.
You've got so many credits to your name with films that you've done: Slaves of New York, Traffic, Vampires in Brooklyn, and then TV shows as well. You were in Collateral Damage with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, what was it about? Give me an idea of that time period when you were doing all of these projects and being on set. What was kind of like the vibe
For
when you were
me,
doing those?
for me, it was to work, to make it. I've been able to. I'm retired now, unless Spielberg calls. I'm open to that.
Who
I
wouldn't
was.
call to
I
that?
think I survived decades. I survived 3 decades of working. So I'm really grateful to God, Jesus Christ, everybody.
Now, give us an idea of where you are now. We were talking just before the interview that you don't act anymore, but give us an idea of what you do now.
Well, I love, the acting. Most actors of my caliber, they went through acting courses and classes, and it was all about being who you are, playing the character, and then discovering other things about yourself. Then I went off and do more of a spiritual tone, not religious. And then I do life coaching. And my good friend John Roger and I, who's my teacher, I ended up doing spiritual films. I've retired since then. I did know how to direct. I learned how to co-direct with him. And I did that. Now I want to do coaching and teaching. So in Spain, I'm doing a self-development course called Insight Seminars, and it's 28 days. And different facilitators and master teachers come in and give little keys for the different segments of the 28 days. I do movement.
Hmm.
Again, most actors know how to do this, and they eventually most actors eventually become masters at their gift. as you are, like you're reporting, right? You're a journalist.
Yeah, yeah.
So you develop your skills, and then you find out there's another trade you can do.
Yeah.
And so
Or you can
when,
pass something on, which is what you're doing.
and so also getting out of the way helps because then other people can get those roles.